AFTV, I got DT with me. Wow, what a game that was. That is what you call an FA Cup tie. The only thing is there were no fans at the game. That was the only disappointing. You could imagine being at that game. Dramatic. Danny Ceballos pulling it out in the end, and because you're starting to fear the worst, isn't it? They were lumping in those long throws. Yeah. You know, they were getting corners in. They were looking dangerous from every single one. Yeah. And they got the goal back, but Ceballos with a huge goal for Arsenal.
It was a good response after conceding the goal, because our heads could have really dropped. And I know that Billy Sharp had a moment just after that, which was a really good save by Martinez. But yeah, we always looked threatening on the break. Even in the second half, although they were very, scarce in terms of the attack in comparison to the first half, we still looked like we had something in our locker. And I felt in that last 10 minutes, we were just like, you know what, let's ride this out and get away from here with a 1-0. And if we can get a break and score a second, then so be it. And yeah, it's a good response, no extra time. And it's another trip to Wembley, not for us, sadly. We don't get to experience that, but it's... good for the confidence again to get that done. Good for Danny Ceballos to get that as well, because, we all criticise him, myself included, and I think it's justified. With
one of the criticisms sometimes is you want to see more goals from him. Yeah. But he got himself into a great position, kept going, got himself in the box, and what a cool finish.
Yeah, brilliant finish. A lot of people were screaming for him to pull it across the box, but kept calm, composed, and just slid it under the keeper, and it was really good. But overall, there was a lot of positive performances out there today. Really good performances.
Who were they?
First of all, we start from the back line, and Maitland-Niles. The difference with him ahead of Bellerin, it's just so apparent. And what that does is it means that the person in front of him, Nicola Pepe, turns in one of his best performances for us. The fact that Mikel Arteta waited until so late to take him off shows what he felt about his performance, because he was working back as well. It was hard work, real hard graft.
And does this show you also, because one of the things that Arteta has done is discipline, right? And we've seen it with Guendouzi and stuff like that, and he's another one that when he first came in, he said, hey, you're not quite on it. And you ain't going to be in this team until you get on it. Now he's got his chance. He's worked his socks off today because he knows that if I mess up, I'm out of here again.
Exactly. And, that whole right-hand side had more balance today. We weren't, getting caught out down that side. Sheffield United were not trying to attack that side because they weren't going to get no change out of it. And I just hope that Maitland-Niles just... I don't know whether this is just wakes him up and he says, right, I've got an opportunity of playing for Arsenal Football Club here, man. Play the position you're given. He's playing better than Hector Bellerin. For me, he stays in the side against Norwich. It's as simple as that. And I'm sorry, but I don't care who you are. We must nearly be in total agreement with the whole fan base that Maitland-Niles has to stay there against Norwich. There's no justification why Hector comes back in. But
on the left-hand side now,
mate,
Kieran Tierney.
I was about to say, he's my man of the match.
He was awesome
He
today.
was exceptional. And you see the performances as to why he's so highly rated. Before he had all his injuries at Celtic, there was a reason why he was the first choice left-back for Scotland. Not Robertson. Tierney is so highly thought of. And obviously, injuries have really pushed him back. And if he can get a consistent run now and play like that, he's so dangerous. He's so calm. Every time he puts the ball in the box from the byline, it's dangerous. Even if a Sheffield United player is getting on the end of it, it's not anything clear. They're stretching. They're having to defend for their life to get rid of it. He takes players on. He attacks the space. The old saying, getting chalk on your boots. That's what he does.
The wing-back position seemed to suit him a lot more because, he was just he was energetic, just up and down. And not only that, he's a strong, tenacious player, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And, we see already what he's like in training. And I don't think I've ever seen him wear a tracksuit in all weather. So, do you know what I mean? But he was excellent. There were so many good performances. I think the likes of Joe Willock done all right in the first half. I felt he done well and then faded out a bit. I think it was probably Saka's most quiet game for us. Not that he played bad, it was just that he wasn't the headline this week. And it was nice that he's not the only headline. It's nice that other players have been able to step up to the plate and actually, do something, because it's been embarrassing for a lot of the players that an 18-year-old has been showing you up.
And a good game for Pepe as well.
Brilliant, like I said, brilliant performance from him. His work rate, he looks dangerous. And this is what I say to you: when he plays with Bellerin behind him, he has to pick up the ball near the halfway line, facing his own goal. He doesn't play like that. He doesn't want the ball like that. That gives other teams a chance to double up on him. We saw it against Brighton and games like that where they double up on him because he's not got the space that he wants. Today, he was playing more further forward, knowing full well that when he gets the ball, it's going to be in front of him. They couldn't double up on him. They couldn't handle him. And there was a moment even in the first half where we were all like, wow, you see the difference? Because Pepe was working on that right-hand side, and what was overlapping? Maitland-Niles, a fullback that overlapped Pepe. When was the last time we saw that? We haven't.
Was it definitely a penalty for you?
Oh, all day long. All day. Of course it was a penalty. Sheffield United didn't even protest it. Of course
there were some people saying Laka made a little bit too much of it.
Oh, shut up. Get in the bin. What do you want me to say? It was a penalty, clear as day. VAR was there, it worked. It was a penalty.
And what do you say of VAR? Because actually there are 2 goals disallowed.
Rightly.
And rightly so, isn't it? So,
yeah, rightly so. The first one is the one where VAR really works because they didn't notice it. The linesman didn't put his flag up. So in a normal game, that would have been 1-0 to Sheffield United. The second one, fair play, the linesman got. He actually did put his flag up. I'm not having all this. Sheffield United scored 2 goals. You were lucky. We're not lucky. They're offside. They didn't score 2 goals. They were offside. Facts. Get on with it. Man United fans talking about us and how poor we are. We struggled to beat the team at the bottom of the league. That was a good performance from us today. Tough place to go. Sheffield United is tough.
Very tough game.
Tough. Very tough. And you see why I thought that game would have been tougher with the fans behind them.
Yeah.
It's a difficult place. Sheffield United, give them some respect. They're in the position they're in the Premier League because they're a good side and they're a tough, dogged, old school side.
That's a big win for Arsenal, and that's a very impressive win to go there. They were obviously really up for it. Sheffield United, they played their strongest possible team. They went for it full pelt.
Yeah.
But a good away performance, and again, good for Mikel Arteta. That's 2 wins in a row after a horrible start after the lockdown. Important win. Next round now, obviously the other games are to be played. But it's not going to be easy. Whoever goes through, you still got City in there, Chelsea, Man United, Leicester.
Look at what happened the last time we won the FA Cup. We drew Manchester City in the semi-final and we played Chelsea, who were the Premier League champions, in the final. Nobody gave us a prayer in either of those 2 games. So the likelihood is that we could possibly be facing one of those again. And even if Chelsea don't get through, you've got Leicester. Newcastle won't be no mugs either if they manage to get past Manchester City. Then you've got Manchester United as well. It's going to be a tasty semi-final. It's just a shame that we can't all be there. But we know why. But Mikel Arteta, very well done today. Justified in his team selection. People were wondering about Aubameyang not starting. Well, we've just had our best striker sat on the bench for 90 minutes, raring to go for the game against Norwich in midweek. So it's a job done. Well done to everyone.